yards shy of 60,000 yards for his career. Dan Marino will be tested right off the bat because the Miami Dolphins have won the toss and they have elected to receive. The bad news, Phil, is, as you just mentioned a moment ago, he's throwing into the wind.
Yes, if you're worried about your arm, is it going to feel good enough? Is it going to be loose enough? Now you have to deal with the wind, which was a problem for both quarterbacks while they were warming up.
Would have been an interesting decision to take the wind to start things off for Dan Marino.
You never turn down the football in the NFL. In college, you can do that. In the NFL, you win that toss unless the conditions are really horrible. You take the football.
Brock Marion and J.J. Johnson are deep to receive the kick from Adam Vinatieri. And we're underway. It's going to come down short. Brock Marion to the 20, to the 30, and falls forward to the 31-yard line. Vernon Crawford with the tackle, and on comes the man who holds just about every major record there is to hold in the National Football League. Dan Marino, 6 touchdown passes and 4 interceptions this year, and an outstanding football game a week ago at Indianapolis when he rallied the Dolphins to victory over Indianapolis Colts.
I think the thing today here for this Miami offense, what we saw last week against Indianapolis, was it for real? Can they duplicate it? Or will they go back to being kind of predictable and maybe running the football a little too much?
Cecil Collins, the rookie, with running room across the 35 out to the 40, and he's close to a first down. Lawyer Malloy comes up to make the tackle. Let's take a look at the rest of the Miami offense. Brent Smith at tackle. Mark Dixon returns from injury at guard. Ruddy, Donnelly, and James Brown. In the backfield, rookies Cecil Collins and Rob Conrad, Tony Martin and O.J. McDuffie, the wide receivers, and Troy Drayton, the tight end. Head coach Jimmy Johnson.
Well, there's a good example. You know it's breezy on the field. Jimmy's hair's moving.
Marino to throw his first pass, and it is incomplete on the far side to Tony Martin. And with that toss, an 8-yard pass, Dan Marino goes over 60,000 yards for his career.
That's obscene. It really is, and it just shows you the talent and the durability. That might be the most impressive thing, that he continues to go out there and play, be a starter, and avoid injury.
Conrad straight ahead. It appears to have picked up another first down for the Dolphins. A 3-yard pickup on the play. Check the New England defense. Brandon Mitchell, Chad Eaton, Henry Thomas, Willie McGinnis along the front line. Patriots only have 4 healthy linebackers active today. Chris Slade, Katzenmoyer, the rookie, and Marty Moore are the starters. Ty Law and Steve Israel on the corners. Chris Carter, Lawyer Malloy are the safeties. Dolphins with a first down just across midfield. It's Collins, and this time Collins dragged down from behind by Henry Thomas. Loss of about 2 on the play.
Greg, this New England defense today, the key for them, they just got to be more aggressive. They got to somewhere along the line. Henry Thomas, number 95, going to come from the backside, make the play, stop the running. They just got to go out and be a little more dominant. This is the same cast they had from last year, not playing as well this year, getting hurt up the middle by people running the football right at him.
He shook off the block from Mark Dixon, who's just returning from missing several games with injury. Marino throws this side. It is deflected, picked off by the Patriots. Katzenmoyer, the rookie, down the sideline for a touchdown.
Lawyer Malloy, number 36. Something you know you're going to see when you play this Patriots defense. He is going to be around the line of scrimmage the whole game. Number 36, here he comes. Dan Marino sees it, wants to throw it away, but does not have the strength of arm to get it out of bounds. Katzenmoyer, one of the best athletes on the field, runs it in for the touchdown.
57 yards on the return. The rookie's first National Football League touchdown. Vinatieri's kick is good. pass was so weak and so wobbly, I thought it was deflected. But Dan Marino rises from the turf, and he's down early here. The Patriots with a 7-0 lead. Drafted in the first round, the number 28 selection overall, and the rookie out of Ohio State just registered his first NFL touchdown on a 57-yard return of an interception. Dan Marino's last 7 games against New England, in the first few moments here, 3 touchdown passes, 13 interceptions. This one into the end zone, and Brock Marion will not bring this one out. And the Dolphins will start at their own 20-yard line. Working the sidelines for us today, Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. Alluding to what Phil had said, the problem for Marino is the pain is such he cannot get his shoulder high enough behind his to make a good throw. He cannot get any velocity on the ball. He can't snap the ball off. If he is replaced, Damon Heward would replace him, the third-year pro. The good thing is for the Dolphins is Damon took half the snaps this week, including all of them, as a passer. Back to you.
That's a good analogy. Dan Marino usually would have just the arm strength to get it out there. Today, because his shoulder is hurt and he's using his whole body, when pressure's on you, you can't get your body into the throw.
First down from the 20. Straight ahead for about a yard.
Well, a couple things. You can hear the crowd is into it now. The defense, they smell the bleeding from the wounded animal. They're getting after it. And Jimmy Johnson, what has upset him about this football team and the offense, when they turn it over, they just don't like turn it over. They give it up for touchdowns to the other team, and that's almost impossible to overcome in the NFL, even though they're 3-1. They've done it a couple times.
On 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Collins breaks 1 tackle, but not the second. And Katzenmoyer there for the stop after a 1-yard pickup.
You know, you think it's a cliche, Greg, when you hear the emotions change and all these things. But when you're here in person and you watch it, the first couple plays, you didn't see this intensity from the New England Patriots on the first couple runs by the Dolphins or the first couple passes. And Pete Carroll, that's one of the things he said about his football team. We seem to always play to the tempo that the other team presents to us. We don't go out and dictate.
Marino going to back up and throw out of the shotgun. 3rd and 6. Throws to the far side, and that one is underthrown and incomplete, intended for Oronde Gadsden.
Well, the blitz picked up that time by the Miami Dolphins, but again, just physically very, very tough for surrounding elements. When you're hurt, you concentrate strictly on the physical well-being of your body and not what you're trying to do.
Kevin Falk from the 37. 45, midfield, across midfield to about the 47-yard line. And Drew Bledsoe and the New England Patriots will have terrific field position when we come back to Foxborough after this. Here in New England and down on the field, the Miami Dolphins are changing quarterbacks. He came to the side. Jimmy Johnson said that he's pretty much seen enough, and you kind of know in his heart Dan Marino probably knows it too.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's resigned to the fact physically it's just not going to work for him today.
Drew Bledsoe throws. Man out of the backfield is Terry Allen. Allen across the 40, inside the 40-yard line, and close to another first down. Let's take a look at the New England offensive line. From tackle to tackle, Bruce Armstrong, Heath Irwin, the rookie Damian Woody, Todd Rucci, and Zephyrus Moss. In the backfield with Bledsoe, Terry Allen, and Tony Carter. Sean Jefferson and Terry Glenn, the wide receivers. Ben Coates is the tight end. Bledsoe is without wide receiver Troy Brown today. He has a high left ankle sprain. On first down, Bledsoe to throw again. Has time, incomplete. His pass intended for his tight end, Ben Coates. Zach Thomas was there, and let's take a look at the Miami defense. Owens, Bowens, Gardner, and Taylor across the front line. Zach Thomas in the middle between Derek Rogers and Robert Jones. In the secondary, Patrick Surtain starts at the corner for Terrell Buckley. Madison, Marion, and Calvin Jackson round out the Miami defensive backfield. Second and 10, this side, Ben Coates complete out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Robert Jones ran him out.
Well, if you're a Patriot fan or a fan just follows the league, you've seen right away what the New England Patriots are. This is a passing football team. They're going to win or lose depending on how they throw the football on offense. The running game, it's just try to keep the defense honest. Stick it in there every once in a while so you can't just tee off on Drew Bledsoe every time.
Pretty interesting that Ben Coates has been a topic of conversation around here this week. He had 1 reception the last 2 weeks, and Bledsoe has thrown to him twice already today.
Yeah, tightly covered the first time, though. Zach Thomas took him out of the pass play, that time for a short gain out in the flat.
From the shotgun, Bledsoe with all kinds of time, and now he's going to run it up the middle, and he's dragged down. Lorenzo Bromell made the stop and a 2-yard loss.
Well, what makes this play, the Miami secondary playing a little different. We saw it last week against the Colts and more this week. Back in there playing coverage, and they make Drew Bledsoe just hold the ball forever. Then finally, he decides to run. Watch Terry Glenn, number 88, going up the field. Got a guy on the outside. You can't. There come guy on the inside. They are going to make the Patriots throw it somewhere else besides the number 88.
Lee Johnson almost straight up in the air. Bounces inside the 20 and then bounces back towards the New England Patriots. Not the result he wanted. Damon Heward, number 11, gets set to take the reins of the Miami offense when we come back. Damon Heward, first down from the 20-yard line. And whistle blows, and this play will not count. Ed Hockley, our official.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
That's left tackle Brent Smith. Let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. The late word on Marino is, just as we suspected, the spasms in his shoulder will not allow him to get the velocity he needed. I'll tell you, though, what kind of teammate he is. As soon as he realized he wasn't coming in, he switched immediately from player to coach, helping Heward on the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Armin. 1st and 15 for Heward. Cecil Collins. Straight up the middle for about 2. Do the New England Patriots do anything differently on defense now with Damon Heward, the quarterback, instead of Dan Marino?
No, they won't. Steve Sidwell, the defensive coordinator. Listen, they blitz everybody. They were going to blitz Dan Marino hard. So I think, if anything, it might be harder to blitz Damon Heward. One, he looks like he's pretty good at moving around. He has a big arm, can throw it down the field, and you know, look, he's been taking snaps in practice. They prepared all week for the blitz by New England. He should be ready for it.
Has to get to the 30-yard line for a Miami first down. His first pass of the day. This side, intercepted. Ty Law, touchdown.
Boy, what a job by Ty Law. He has been struggling this year. I'll tell you exactly what he did. He was reading the quarterback. The receiver really telegraphed his route. Damon Heward throws it in the right spot. What's Ty Law, number 24? He sees the break the whole way. Oh, that's what you dream of as a defensive back. Really makes a good break on the ball and a good catch for the touchdown.
Led the league in interceptions last year with 9. That is his first this year. And Vinatieri for the extra point. 8 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. It has been a defensive explosion for the New England Patriots. Ty Law with the touchdown. Back at Foxborough for the kickoff. Brock Marion, J.J. Johnson deep for the Dolphins. This is Marion from a yard deep. 20. Running room on the outside to the 40. Midfield and brought down at about the 45-yard line. Chris Carter with the tackle after a 57-yard kickoff return by Brock Marion. And let's go back to the touchdown.
Well, let's watch it again. Let's just watch Ty Law, how well he plays it. The formation makes him go outside, and he plants his right foot the exact time Damon Heward planted his, and then he drives forward. That is textbook. Well, if you're drawing up, you want to get examples on how to do something. When the quarterback plants, the defensive back planted, drove on, caught the ball.
Stanley Pritchett, Cecil Collins in the backfield behind Heward. Collins trying to get to the outside, dragged down. Number 53, Chris Slade, made the defensive stop for a loss of 3.
Well, Cecil Collins told us last week, he said to us, we were talking to him before the Indianapolis game, and he goes, man, is it hard to get outside the NFL, and this is the big reason why. It looked like he might be able to get around Chris Slade, but hey, these linebackers, they can run, and they got the strength to bring down these big running backs with one hand.
Second and 13 for the Dolphins. Collins to the left side. Not much there. The last time the New England Patriots returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns in one game was in November of 1997. Jimmy Hitchcock returned one 100 yards. Larry Wiggum returned one 60 yards. It was against the Miami Dolphins.
Well, this quarterback, Damon Heward, so little experience in the National Football League. The first pass he throws in the game is run back for a touchdown. He's looking for a confidence builder. Somewhere the coaching staff for the Dolphins, you got to really force it on and get this guy involved in the game.
Heward under the blitz, throws it complete. Tony Martin met at the original line of scrimmage by Ty Law.
Well, let's see. Who do you think blitzed that time, Greg?
That'd be Ty Law.
No, it'd be, well, Lawyer Malloy is the guy that gets in there too, number 36. There he comes.
It is Lawyer Malloy.
Yeah, well, who else? He's the blitzer. As Lawyer Malloy told me once, he says, hey, this defense is everything you'd want for a guy like me. I get the tackle, I get the blitz, even cover the receiver every now and then.
Kevin Falk, fair catch at the 11-yard line. The New England Patriots, 10 points all season long in the first quarter, 14 so far today. Bledsoe going to work from his own 11-yard line. Running straight ahead is Terry Allen. Pickup of 3. It has been a turnover nightmare for the Miami Dolphins so far.
Pressure on the quarterback results in an interception. Catch the Lawyer, and then just good defensive play by Ty Law.
This will only be the 6th offensive play of the day for the New England Patriots to Miami's 13. Allen again. Battles to reach the 15-yard line. A pickup of 1. Dwight Collier with the tackle.
You know, coming in this game today, Greg, and I look at this Miami defense, we know what the New England offense is going to do. This Miami defense, what they have to do, pressure the quarterback, somehow get to Drew Bledsoe. Everybody we talk to, Jimmy Johnson, there's George Hill, the defensive coordinator, Jimmy Johnson, all the players, what did they say? What was the key word? We got to bang Drew. We got to get back there and keep hitting him. Hope that we make him throw the ball before he's ready, resulting in a turnover for our defense.
20-yard line is first down yardage. Bledsoe under pressure and throws it out of bounds. Lamont Warren, the intended receiver. Let's go back and see the kind of pressure Jimmy Johnson wants on Drew Bledsoe today.
You know, it's interesting you say Jimmy Johnson. They love to blitz this defense. Ernie Zampese, he's the offensive coordinator for the Patriots. I said, what about this defense? He says they're fast, they're arrogant, they're cocky. He goes, you know what? They're just like Jimmy Johnson, their head coach. And that's well said, Ernie. That's what they are. I think this year the Miami Dolphins are blitzing and getting after the quarterback more than I've ever seen a Jimmy Johnson team do it.
Lee Johnson's kick. Taken by Nate Jacquet. Midfield. 40. 30. Still on his feet inside the 20-yard line.
Well, the one thing that Pete Carroll worried about today is he has a lot of key players out on special teams. His 4 best special teams players are out. Nate Jacquet, picked up a couple weeks ago by the Dolphins. And when you lose your 4 top special teams players, look what happens. It hurts your coverage.
He mentioned Troy Brown in particular, out with the high left ankle sprain. And now, terrific field position for Heward and the Dolphins, the 18-yard line. the 15 to the 13 and a pickup of 5 on the play. Red zone defense has not been a sparkling high point for the New England Patriots. In fact, they're at the very bottom of the NFL.
That's incredible. Well, I can't tell you all the reasons why. Taking chances, blitzing, that results in touchdowns sometimes when you're down inside, but mainly it tells me some teams are lining up and running the football right at them and having success.
2nd and 5. Collins again. Has a hole. First down to the 5, to the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Miami.
Boy, good job by Rob Conrad, the fullback, leading the way. Watch the fullback in front of Cecil Collins. Watch this block. He comes out, boom, hits Marty Moore, and look at the running lane it creates. And then that's what you want to see from Cecil Collins. Check this out as he comes up in the hole. Okay, good run. Now give me some extra yards. Thank you. Run right over Lloyd Malloy. Get 3 or 4 extra.
10-yard pickup, 1st and goal, Miami Dolphins. Collins again. This time, Willie McGinnis was there to meet him.
Timmy Brown, the offensive coordinator. Now listen, last week, 4 times, the first 4 times the Miami Dolphins were inside the 10-yard line, the Indianapolis Colts, they came away with 3 field goals. So this week, they said we got some new formations, some different plays, and we're going to have better success once we get inside the 10.
5 times in all inside that red zone. 16 plays, a minus 5 yards a week ago.
Here's one of the formations. Split the tight end out. 3 wide receivers.
Heward on the move, goes down at the 5-yard line. He lost a yard. Chris Carter there for the stop.
You know, that's where it's hard for a quarterback just coming in, not having the experience, and really not up to tempo with the game yet. He dropped back. He felt a little pressure. Panic maybe is not a good word, but reacted too fast, tried to run instead of just buying time and waiting for a receiver to come open. Change the formation to the right this time.
Quick pass, caught, short of the goal line is Oronde Gadsden. And that will bring Lindo Mare is halfway onto the field, and now he will come on. Jimmy Johnson will go for the field goal.
Now see, when you do something like that, you get down near the goal line in that situation, and you throw that type of pass, you are playing into the hands of the defense. They want you to throw it short because they want you to throw it short. They want to tackle you. You must get in the end zone before you throw the football.
This will be from 20 yards out. Mare, 13 of 14 field goals this year. Heward puts it down, and Mare puts it through. So the Dolphins finally get on the scoreboard with 1:04 remaining in the first quarter. New England leads 14-3. Teams, Pete Carroll, as you mentioned, said it was a problem, and that big return for the Miami Dolphins kind of exacerbated the situation.
Well, it does, and we hear it so much. Special teams is 1/3 of the game, and I think even I go, oh, okay, yeah, right. But it is so important because Pete Carroll says this Dolphins special teams, they are so up-tempo. That's because all their reserves in that football team, they're fast. So it makes their special teams, dynamic when they get out on the field.
Kevin Falk is the deep man from the 1. 20. Up to the 30-yard line, and a fine return. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle. I want to remind you, coming up on the NASDAQ Halftime Report, Jim Nance, Craig James, Randy Cross, Jerry Glanville with all the scores and highlights. That's coming up on the NASDAQ Halftime Report. Jerry Glanville's looking clean today, isn't he?
What about that hair? I tell you, he looked good. Well, let me just say this. He looked better. Still get carried away.
Miami Dolphins leading in time of possession, but you know what? You go, so what? They've got 2 interception returns for touchdowns.
Who cares?
Bledsoe to the side. And loose football. Loose football. The Dolphins say they have it. It was Terry Allen who coughed it up. number 59, Derek Rogers, on the football.
Now, before Dan Marino even got hurt in this football game, I realized one of the keys to this game was going to be that somewhere along the line, this Dolphin defense has to turn the football over and make some big plays. In other words, not only just turn it over, somehow get it in the end zone, but this is a good start, causing the fumble. When you get a lot of defensive players around the ball and you attack whoever has it, you get fortunate and you get those turnovers.
See the problem that they have. The New England Patriots fumbled 5 times last Sunday at Kansas City. And now the Dolphins with a chance to get right back into this game. First down from the 40-yard line. Collins for a couple. As we come up on half a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Was that the big cat that made that tackle?
Andy Katzenmoyer.
Andy Katzenmoyer, he is the old style middle linebacker you used to see in the NFL, like in the Dick Butkus area. Just big, overwhelming physical presence. Well, hey, he can run you down, but he can also run over you.
Time is going to run out, and with the end of this first quarter, that will now make 10 consecutive games that the Miami Dolphins have failed to score a first quarter touchdown. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Pete Carroll says, you know, we've played good segments of games, but we haven't put a whole football game together yet. Be that as it may, at the end of the first quarter, his Patriots lead it by a score of 14-3. We're coming back to Foxborough for the second quarter right after this. The artistry of Mother Nature at work here in the great Northeast. Welcome back, everyone, along with Phil Simms and Armin Katayan. Greg Gumbel, as we start the second quarter. Damon Huard in for Dan Marino, who played 2 series and left with the injury to his shoulders. Huard to throw. Halftime throws as the completion. O.J. McDuffie is his receiver and a pickup of 4 on the play.
To watch Damon here at that time, he makes the play action fake. He's hoping to make the fake, get in rhythm, look up the field, and there's the receiver. As he makes the hitch, watch what happens this time. He makes the fake, set and throw. No, come on. Oh, there he is. Finally, somebody gets open. So that has to feel good just to get a ball thrown down the field a little, complete it, and give yourself a chance to get going in this game.
Huard gets a 3rd wide receiver in. Throws this side. It is complete, and short of the first down is Conrad as Ty Law came up to make the stop.
Well, I tell you what, this New England defense, if they keep coming after the quarterback like this, they are going to make a big play. Look at this. Damon Huard throws it out in the flat, and what's Ty Law? If he saw that just about a second earlier, he's in front, running the other way for a touchdown. And I did not think, there's Rob Conrad coming off the field. Last week, I thought the Miami Dolphins, even though they made a lot of big plays against Indianapolis, they really struggled with the blitz.
On 4th down, Damon Huard can't get the play, so he has to call timeout as the Dolphins try to go for it and get right back into this game. We'll be back. 4th and short yardage. Dan Marino looks on. Damon Huard has the call. Cecil Collins and Stanley Pritchett.
Oh, it looks like a quarterback
now
sneak.
They go to 5 wide receivers. And it is a sneak. It appears he may have made it.
I'll tell you the one thing I've noticed, twice Damon Huard has tried to change directions. Once when they were inside the 10, coming down, going in to score, you can see the sides coming up as he plants that foot to take off and go forward. It made him slip that time.
Well, Ed Hockley is going to call for a measurement.
It's close. But it was a nice play by the Dolphins. They usually, I don't know when's the last time I saw Dan Marino run a quarterback sneak. But get everybody out there, get that extra linebacker away from the quarterback. Should have made it easy. Slipping, hurt it, just makes it. Let's watch it. Only 4 defensive linemen are in there. Look at that, and only 1 linebacker. But you can see Damon Huard is already falling. See that? Well, I can see why he falls too.
Andy Katzenmoyer is on his way.
Well, no, not only that, but he gets his cleats. He only uses the side of them on the field. You're going to dig up some turf and slip. It takes patience, Greg. It really does. It takes a lot of patience to run that quarterback sneak really well as a quarterback.
First down, Miami. Quick drop, throws wide open over the middle, has his man, and that's Troy Drayton to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. 14-yard pickup. They're going to spot the ball at the 7.
I think that was about the best illustration I've seen all year of why Jimmy Johnson really likes this tight end, Troy Drayton. The size and the ability he can run with the football, and you can see Lawyer Malloy, it's just hard to bring him down once he gets moving.
So first and goal now for the Miami Dolphins. Down 14-0. They've come roaring back. Whistle blows. The play won't count. The handoff goes to Collins.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, offense, number 84, 5-yard penalty.
Well,
it's still first
Troy
down.
Drayton giveth and he taketh away.
I'll tell you, that is a big penalty to go from the 6-yard line to the 11. Changes your strategy 100%. You can run it in there and be patient running the football. Watch Troy Drayton. You can see he just moves up just a little. Doesn't take much.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So now first and goal from the 11. Heward on the slant end. It is incomplete. Intended for Tony Martin, and Ty Law was there to break it up.
I'm telling you, when you as a quarterback, how many times, now you've done it once, when you look out there and you see Ty Law, what's Ty Law? He's reading the quarterback, he sees the route, and that is a good job by Tony Martin of getting in there and breaking that up. Ty Law is going for the interception as soon as he sees the quarterback and receiver break with a quick drop, reads it, and tries to go in for the interception.
Heward 5 out of 7 for 35 yards. Interception. Second and goal. Heward throws for the end zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Martin. And Chris Carter was there.
Well, so far today, these New England defensive backs are really doing a good job seeing the ball when it's thrown and breaking on it. Good throw that time by Damon Heward.
Doesn't appear to be anything small time about Damon Heward's arm, is it?
No, plenty of arm. Since we knew Dan Marino was not feeling well, we watched him warm up, which we did last week too. And you said the same thing. Wow, he's got a strong arm. He can get it down the field with ease.
Third and goal. McDuffie in motion. Heward escapes the rush, but not for long. Down at the 16-yard line, Andy Katzenmoyer. And a loss of 4 on the play.
Well, that penalty, the 5-yard penalty, changed the strategy of the Dolphins, made it easy for this New England defense. And watch Katzenmoyer. You see him, number 59, reading the quarterback, has the speed, he closes. Easy play for him.
Katzenmoyer telling us yesterday that he was making some mistakes early on in the season because he was thinking too much.
So he just got over that. He says, I'll just quit thinking and play.
From 33 yards away, Olindo Mare drills the field goal. Once again, a red zone opportunity goes by the boards for the Dolphins. They settle for a field goal. They trail 14-6. Jimmy Johnson was asked this week if he's upset with any one particular thing. He says, yeah, I'm upset with anything that doesn't work. Kevin Falk will not run this one out of the end zone. Good kickoff by Olindo Mare. First and 10. Bledsoe with all kinds of time. Now chased out of the pocket and dragged down at the 25-yard line, and a pickup of 5. Jason Taylor ran him down. On offense, the New England Patriots haven't accomplished too much. It's the defense. It's put 14 points on the board.
Well, a couple things here. I think New England, well, I know, I'm not thinking. Drew Bledsoe, he told us, I like our matchups of receivers against their defensive backs. We can go down the field. I kind of thought they could too, because Indianapolis last week did it, but the Miami defense made some nice adjustments, really covered the receivers well down the field today.
Number 33, Kevin Falk, the rookie out of LSU. And pick up a 4 on the play. That'll leave New England at 3rd and 1.
And the thing I've noticed about what Miami's defense is doing is you look at Kevin Falk, they are trying to take away the wide receivers. They're trying to force Drew Bledsoe to throw the football to Ben Coates, the tight end. They're single covering him with the linebacker and sending everybody else for those talented wide receivers.
Allen and Tony Carter are in the backfield on 3rd and short yardage. Allen dragged down from behind. Terrific play by Zach Thomas. And that will force the Patriots to kick it away.
You know, 5 years ago, you wouldn't even have to worry about a linebacker or a defensive player making this type of play as you run in these short yardage situations. But now, what's Zach Thomas? He's going to run basically behind the play. He waits to see an opening like a running back, runs through it. He's fast enough to still get there and make the tackle.
O.J. McDuffie, Nate Jaquette, deep to receive the kick from Lee Johnson. Jaquette, 35, 40, midfield, all kinds of room. Penalty marker is down as he's dragged down at an inside the 15-yard line.
You think special teams is not a big part of the game? We told you the players hurt for the Patriots. And every time this ball is put up in the air, it looks like there's about 3 extra Miami Dolphins on the field.
This one will come back, but you're right. It's
During
a telling problem.
Holding by the receiving team number 31. 10-yard penalty. Miami keeps the ball. 1st down.
That penalty is on Brock Marion, and it costs them some terrific field position. But the Dolphins back on offense right after this. So Damon Heward starts 1st and 10. And they give this to Collins. Collins for a 2-yard pickup. Time for our first NFL Today report. Here's Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg, quite a story in New York with the Jets. They start Ray Lucas at quarterback. He has been sensational. His first NFL touchdown pass to Richie Anderson. Jets 13-0 over the Colts. And let's go back to Greg and Phil.
You know, Ray Lucas, there's a guy who in his short NFL career has been a wide receiver, a defensive back, now starting at quarterback for Bill Parcells.
Well, the one thing he will bring to the game for the Jets, he will bring some emotion and fire.
2nd and 8. Heward to throw. Out of the pocket, runs right back into the pressure, and down he goes. Greg Spires, Ty Law.
Well, the one thing we're seeing from both teams so far today is these defenses, they're going to blitz. Ty Law coming from the bottom. They pick that up, but Greg Spires gets in there and makes Heward come out of the pocket, and thank you. But neither team, well, both teams are doing a terrible job against the blitz by the other team's defense.
3rd sack of the day. You see the kind of pressure he's been under as he tries to throw. 3rd and 21 from his own 31. Deep drop this time. Looking downfield, has a man open, and it's complete. Tony Martin, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Damon Heward's first career NFL touchdown is for 69 yards.
Boy, that's exciting for Damon Heward. He's going to take some sacks because he's going to move around. He's going to get sacked. But watch this time, play action. They're trying to give him better protection, and what a good job of waiting and not panicking and going up the field. And Tony Martin never quit on a play, gets behind the secondary. Chris Carter, number 42, he goes for the play. Good adjustment by Tony Martin. Really good adjustment. And what a throw on the run. What a way to get your first touchdown pass in the National Football League.
Olindo Mare.
They see the Dolphins, you get in a situation like this, they're not going to go for 2 to try for the tie. And I think this is the right thing to do. Go for the 1, Worry about those 2-point conversions in the fourth quarter.
Mare's kick is good. Damon Heward's first NFL touchdown. Tony Martin get into the end zone. Oh, you betcha. I'm in the big time. Engineered a 3-play, 58-yard drive. Since he has come into the game, Miami has run the ball 9 times and attempted 12 passes. This is Kevin Falk, a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Bounces off a tackler at the 20 and has room to run. To the 40, Olindo Mare throws him out of bounds and penalty markers fly. That looks like a face mask. We have an injured Miami Dolphin down to the 20-yard line, and that's Jerry Wilson. A 59-yard return by Falk. Okay, let's first watch the return.
Personal foul, face mask by the kicking team, number 10. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Phil, do they tell those kickers to just bring them down however they can?
That's right. That's what you do. What good coverage by the Miami Dolphins. They really they take it away. Jerry Wilson misses the tackle. He's in there. Everybody converges. Kevin Falk breaks out. Now there's nobody that grab that face mask. There you can see the hand coming in.
Meanwhile, Jerry Wilson was the first man to hit Kevin Falk, and he is still down on the field. Looks like he might have caught a knee in the helmet. And Kevin Falk proves himself to be a pretty strong runner. Wilson is up. And Wilson will slowly walk off the field. Meanwhile, what great field position for the Patriots now at the Miami 27-yard line.
Well, that'll even out some of that special teams play that was kind of going against you.
So Bledsoe brings his offense to the line. They lead by 1, about 7.5 to play here in the first half. Bledsoe to throw. And stopped after a pickup of about 3 by Calvin Jackson. So the Patriots have apparently rediscovered Ben Coates. You know, we talked about this, Phil, over the weekend about his lack of receptions, and you yourself said, well, you know, when you have Terry Glenn on the field, you might as well throw to him. But it hasn't been Terry Glenn today.
Well, and I'll tell you why. Because Ben Coates, they're blitzing and they're making Drew Bledsoe throw what they call hot routes. He's running short routes, just trying to let Drew Bledsoe get a place to throw the football before he gets hit by a defender blitzing.
Bledsoe again, over the middle, incomplete. Sean Jefferson, the intended receiver, and Zach Thomas was there.
But the big thing is, and we talked about it, why aren't more passes going Ben Coates' way? Well, it just gets this way. Who can score touchdowns for you the easiest? Terry Glenn or Ben Coates? So you're going to design more plays to go to Terry Glenn now than you are Ben Coates.
Well, this is a man who has been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years. But then again, Terry Glenn has been an oft-injured wide receiver. 3rd and 6. And a penalty marker is down. Let's see if he gets flagged for throwing it away.
Well, the Patriots, new formation, a lot of movement, trying to confuse the defense to throw a screen pass. Good job by the interior part of the defense by the Miami Dolphins. And I'm not even going to speculate what went on down the sideline. 3 defensive backs, 3 wide receivers.
Well, you know, Brock Marion is in there, but he's still upset about that call against him.
Well, I'm trying to be quiet and wait.
This confab is brought to you by.
Well, you know, a lot of people get upset by this, but it doesn't upset me, because I'll tell you why. Get it right. Just get it right. These games, Greg, how many games we do, they're always close, so all these calls are important.
There was no foul for illegal contact on the play. The quarterback was in the process of throwing the ball the other direction. No foul. It brings up 4th down.
Excellent call. The ball was never meant to come outside. Quarterback never looked there. It didn't disrupt the play. Let it go.
Well, in the other direction. The penalty marker is to the right of the screen, which is the way Bledsoe throws the ball.
Watch it. You can see Drew Bledsoe trying to throw a screen inside to Lamont Warren, and Zach Thomas, boy, good job. Wasn't fooled for 1 second. Of course, Lamont Warren never hit him to even fake the fact that it could be blocking him or whatever, so it wasn't that hard for Zach Thomas to smell it out.
Adam Vinatieri has missed his last 3 field goal attempts, including a potential game winner from 32 yards out at Kansas City last week. This one from 41 yards. And it's good. So the Patriots add to their lead. It is now 17-13 lead with 6:40 to play here in the first half. Short kick on the run. Marino to the 30 and tripped up at the 34-yard line.
Somebody got there.
And back onto the field comes Damon Heward. In 2 years before this season, 6 of 9 for 85 yards. Today, 6 of 9 for 104. And his first NFL touchdown. And on the sideline, who was there to greet him when he came off the field?
It's nice. Big Dan coming over, and Dan Marino's thrown enough of those touchdown passes. He knows how special it is, and especially when you're throwing your first one in the National Football League.
You remember your first one?
Yes, you say that, I'm trying to think. Yes, I do. A badly thrown pass over the middle that my running back caught for a touchdown.
Collins straight ahead for good yardage. Picked up about 8 on the play. Not badly thrown pass?
Well, not to relive my experiences, but what happened
is badly thrown. I want to hear about it.
I'll tell you how it goes, though. I hadn't thrown a touchdown in the league. A running back came wide open over the middle, and I knew if I got it to him, it's a touchdown. And I really mean this. As I'm throwing the ball, I'm going, oh my gosh. Oh, I was, you know, it was such pressure, and I finally got it out of my hand. He caught it at his shoe tops and scored.
2nd and 2. Heward, quick drop, throws outside, has it complete, and the first down. O.J. McDuffie on the far side for a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I got to say, Big Dan surveying. You know what I like about Dan Marino on the sidelines? Let's watch him just for a second, see if he does it. Every time we've gotten a shot of him over there, he's licking those hands and getting ready like he's going to throw the football still. And you know what? He'll still complain about the play calls even though he's not playing.
First down. Dolphins at their own 49. Pump fake. Goes deep and nobody there, and he overthrows everybody. And a penalty marker down in the backfield. Number 94, Greg Spires, putting an illegal lick on Heward.
Probably a blow to the head. It didn't look like he hit him really late. I think it might be where he hit him. If you notice the last couple plays, the Dolphins, wait for the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 94, contact to the head of the quarterback. 15 yards, first down.
Let's watch. 94, Greg Spires, here he comes. Just gets his hands a little above the shoulder pads. That's pretty close, but anytime, well, now from behind you can see it better. You can see his head jerk and the helmet, the whole thing. Anytime a flag is thrown and it deals with the safety of the player, you just can't complain about. That's just the way it's going to be. Protect the football players on the field.
You see the first down story as Collins travels for about 2.
Now, Greg, you notice that last play before this one, Damon Heward trying to fake a little short throw and go deep. what they're trying to do now, the Dolphins, take advantage of the fact that they've already been burned by this New England defense reading the quarterback. So they thought, well, let's catch them looking again in the backfield, and we'll fake it and go deep on them. Well, New England, they're pretty smart. They didn't go for it.
Miami Dolphins have the ball 3 times longer. And on the short end of the score, the pass Drake to the 30 and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line to the 27. Pickup of 7. And we have a Dolphin on the field back at about the 43-yard line. And that's the rookie running back, Cecil Collins. Now, Cecil Collins has had some problems with a hip. For Heward and the Dolphins here on 3rd and 1. That won't get it done. J.J. Johnson comes up short of a first down.
Well, another situation for Jimmy Johnson. The head coach doesn't call the offensive plays or the defensive plays, but you're in charge of game management. That means, okay, Kippy Brown, 4th down, go for it.
They need to reach the 26-yard line for a first down. Five wide receivers. This time, Heward's going to throw it complete over the middle. First down for Miami. Tony Martin with a catch, good for 6 yards.
Good job by the Miami Dolphins. You had to think that, look, they're not going to go for that quarterback sneak thing again. They put everybody inside, so that means now Steve Israel has nobody inside to help him. And Damon Heward, you got to get rid of it. He does, takes the hit. It's worth it. First down.
First down at the 22-yard line. Clock continues to move. 2:45 to play here in the first half. The handoff doesn't get much of anything to J.J. Johnson. Chris Slade there to make the stop. You know, looking at Damon Heward, when you say the quarterback Heward, you have to really distinguish who you're talking about.
Oh, that's right.
Damon Heward's brother Brock was a 3rd-round draft pick this year by the Seattle Seahawks. And youngest brother Luke is a sophomore quarterback at North Carolina.
Made his first start, I think he made his first start for North Carolina yesterday. I didn't get the statistics to know how he did, but.
And every one of them coached by Dad in high school.
And he threw it. Dad let him throw it in high school, which is cool.
Collins and Pritchett in the backfield coming up on 2-minute warning, and Heward will not get the playoff. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. When we come back, the Dolphins trying to get to the end zone and grab the lead. 2nd and 12 for the Dolphins. Heward, quick drop, throws, incomplete. O.J. McDuffie, his intended receiver. Looked like maybe Damon Heward was thinking back to that quick out that he threw that was picked off and returned by Ty Law in the first quarter.
Well, that was ugly right from the start, and if you're going to throw it away, throw it out of bounds.
New England Patriots. Boy, you wonder where those Patriots would be without those 2 interception returns for touchdowns. Okay, they'd actually be down 13-3.
You never know.
Heward down. 4th sack of the day by the Patriots. Brandon Mitchell and Henry Thomas. Along with Willie McGinnis.
Just never had a chance from the start. Willie McGinnis up top. What a jump on the snap count, but nowhere to go. Pressure right away. That's really just a good job of the quarterback. Sensing that, you don't even have time to stand up and throw the football away. Just pile up into the thing, lose a couple yards, and go for the field goal.
Olindo Mare will try this one from 45 yards out. He's been good from 20 and from 33, and this kick is straight enough and long enough. 3rd field goal of the day for Mare, and Miami pulls to within 1 at 17-16. Minute 26 to play here in the first half. Dolphins have scored on their last 4 drives now, and Olindo Mare, who has 3 consecutive games with 4 field goals, no kicker, has ever kicked 4 field goals in 4 straight games. Kevin Falk at the goal line. And cut down before he reached the 20-yard line. Larry Izzo and O.J. Brigance in on the tackle for the Dolphins. So Bledsoe comes on the field with just under 1.5 minutes to work with. And you see his numbers on the day.
That's hard to believe, even though this Miami Dolphins defense, hey, it's good. It's not that good. Where Drew Bledsoe and the talent he has around him, you just got to hope you just don't get destroyed when you play him. I almost think it's impossible to stop him completely.
Bledsoe for his own 19 with 3 timeouts. Throws far side, complete out of bounds to Tony Simmons. That's an 8-yard pickup.
This might be a good chance, going to no huddle, hurrying things up, settling the Dolphin defense down. A good chance for this New England offense to get in rhythm and get things going before half.
Bledsoe going to go deep and incomplete. That was Simmons again. Bledsoe threw it to the outside. Simmons was looking to the inside.
What you notice too, just the first 2 plays I did, is that fact that no pressure on the quarterback. No pressure, plenty of time to throw it. Seems like the first time all day where he's had a chance to look down the field without getting blitzed or hurried and throw the football.
Well, New England has 17 points on the board. They've registered 45 total yards here in the first half. Dolphin jumping on the far side.
Good job with the snap count by Drew Bledsoe. Boy, Ed Hockley, he is in shape.
Before the snap, encroachment, defense, number 99 was unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
I mean, I tell you what, he's got to have the biggest arms in the NFL for an official, wouldn't you think?
For a guy in striped shirt.
Well, you know, stripes thin you out, don't they? I don't know. They make you fatter or thinner. I never could figure it out.
I think it's the direction the stripes go.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. I look bad both ways. What's that say?
First down for Bledsoe. Has time. Throws far side. Simmons again. Incomplete. Calvin Jackson looked to have a shot at an interception.
Well, that was bad from the start. Calvin Jackson, it's really like, it looks like this football is thrown to him. He's watching Drew Bledsoe the whole way. Runs, it looked like he was the receiver. As soon as Drew Bledsoe was looking over there, I go, oh no, this is trouble. But Calvin Jackson unable to make the catch.
On second down, over the middle. That one is complete to number 84, Sean Jefferson. That's across midfield, 20-yard pickup, first down. And we have under a minute to play in the first half.
I think that's one of the reasons why when I was getting ready for the game, Greg, and we're looking at everything, and you watch Drew Bledsoe, and you know the Patriots, they make a field goal last week, they're 5-0. That play kind of illustrates it. Drew Bledsoe gets time, and it just looked like just a little toss to him, didn't it? He threw the ball about 30 yards in the air for a 20-yard gain on the line into pretty tight coverage, and he made it look easy.
Well, Sean Jefferson being looked at now with Troy Brown already down. That would leave the Patriots with Tony Simmons, Terry Glenn, Vincent Brisby.
Looking at his left knee. Let's see what happens coming over the middle. I would bet they probably collided. Legs. Well, I can't tell. Brock Marion on the tackle. Have you ever just gone out and caught passes?
Yes.
You know, you run around and all that. But all right, take that. Now then take the thought. You ever caught a ball from an NFL quarterback, how hard they throw it?
Yes.
Can you imagine running across the field?
No.
Yeah. I can't even get it out. It is.
I knew it was coming.
I know. There you go, across the middle. Now you got to catch this ball that's coming about 65 miles per hour, and you know they got this safety in there.
Coming at about 95 miles an hour.
Whose job is to hit you
Hard.
as hard as he can. Well, you can get conditioned to do just about anything, and that's what those wide receivers, they're conditioned to seeing it, and they just don't react to it.
Vincent Brisby is in the game now. Bledsoe gonna go down. Lorenzo Bromell.
Well, that's the problem with Drew Bledsoe, Ernie Zampese, Pete Carroll. They all said we'd like for him to get the ball out of his hands a little quicker, but every time they think we got to start preaching it, he holds on to it, fires one down the field, and makes a big play for us.
2nd and 19. Over the middle, complete, close to the 40-yard line. Number 82, Brisby. 13-yard pickup, and the Patriots now burn their second time out. And again, not a single reception here in the first half for Terry Glenn. In fact, he hasn't even thrown in Terry Glenn's direction today.
Well, it's when you look out there and you can't see him because they have so many defenders on him, and you say, well, okay, I don't like my chances. It's a pretty simple game of math.
.37 receptions coming in today, led the NFL. Haven't had a whiff of the ball.
And you know, they've done a good job, the Patriots, of moving around, giving him chances to catch the football in all the games, even today. But what this tells you too is that it makes your team, and they're going to find out, the Dolphins, do you have somebody else that can beat us? Show us that you have somebody else on your team that can win this game for you besides Terry Glenn.
We are reviewing the play on the field.
And we now have a review of whether or not that was a catch or not. In the last 2 minutes, all plays.
So that call came from upstairs. It wasn't a challenge by either coach, like Greg said, inside of 2 minutes.
And Ed Hockley will take a look at this, among others.
Let's see if we can tell. Hands under, hands under.
Good.
Well, look good from there. It's got to be conclusive evidence now that he did not catch it.
I'm going to vote for a catch, Phil.
Oh, me too. I couldn't tell that it looked like his hands were underneath that football and around it at all times.
Meanwhile, Ed Hockley looks like one of those old-time photographers.
Oh.
Let's take another look. You make the call.
Well, Greg, we know your opinion already, and I think it's correct. I think the play will stand.
You agree with me? I'm going to write this down. Time and date.
You are, huh? Well, yes, I agree.
We have 39 seconds to play here in the first half. And Ed Hockley still taking a look. He has 90 seconds to make his judgment. His time is just about up.
Every time I watch an NFL game, though, everybody, when we see this look, everybody just go, oh, he's eating a hamburger, thinks, oh, you know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
He's watching the new Bruce Willis movie under there.
Is he? Is it good? Here he comes across the field. Another look at it. Just hard to see anything but a catch.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. The pass was complete. Brings up 3rd down.
Meets with approval with the New England fans.
Good job. And you know what I like too? A good job explaining it to us. I think that's a very important thing the officials really have to do for the fans, and for us too. We're sometimes left in the dark. Go on the field, take your time, explain the whole situation so we can all understand.
So Bledsoe now down to 1 timeout, 39 seconds on the clock. Needs 5 yards for a first down.
Here comes the blitz.
Throws this side. Jefferson complete and out of bounds inside the 30. That's a first down. And used 4 seconds off the clock.
I think the New England Patriots have found something out. You kind of can see why when it gets hectic and you got to stop this offense to win a game, it's so hard to do. Because Drew Bledsoe, with his arm and size and everything in that pocket,
Throws it over the middle. It is. Fight for the ball. Who comes down with it? Nobody. Incomplete. Patrick Surtain went up with Terry Glenn, and it fell incomplete in the end zone.
Terry Glenn, Patrick Surtain going down the field. Good coverage. What a play by Terry Glenn. You're a quarterback. That might be one of the reasons why he's caught so many passes this year. Drew Bledsoe says, well, if it's close, I'll throw it. My receiver is going to protect my throw. And that time, it's a sure interception. He goes over the top, and look at that. He's got it.
Both players come down with the ball, and then neither establishes possession in the end zone. 2nd and 10. Bledsoe steps up, throws down the sideline, has a man, touchdown. Tony Simmons.
To run with this talented group of receivers, play after play, man coverage down the field. It's too hard. Sooner or later, that's going to happen. One of them's going to get open, and chances are when they get open, Drew Bledsoe's going to hit them.
29 yards on the pitch and catch from Bledsoe to Simmons. Vinatieri for the extra point try, and it's good. 24-16 New England.
First off, the big thing is just how long Drew Bledsoe stays in the pocket, and a good job outside. Tony Simmons looked like he was going to give up on the play, and then at the last second he sees Drew Bledsoe and he takes off again, catches the defensive back off guard.
Bledsoe says, yaha. And Tony Simmons gets the welcome reception.
いやこれは見事ですね。
そうでした。
いやそれとね、やっぱりあそこで最初の
Vinatieri kicks to Marion and Johnson, and this isn't going to count. Ed Hockley blowing his whistle.
Delay of the game by the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Free kick.
Man, Pete Carroll,
I believe Pete disagrees.
well, just like an offensive play, once they blow that whistle, you have so long to kick that football off, and apparently New England took a little too long.
You know, there's one you rarely see.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw that.
I've seen it a couple times. So there.
I think it's safe to say that neither coach is particularly happy at this point.
But wait, are you ever happy if you're a coach with the officiating? Really? Ever?
No.
No, you can't be. It's a contradiction. It just can't work.
Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll, they still have a whole half to go.
Well, the stats are just staggering how close NFL games are this year. So, again, every call is crucial to your team's, maybe their success.
Vinatieri skims this one along the ground. This is J.J. Johnson, 40 to the 43-yard line.
Let's take a look at Drew Bledsoe again. Drops back. Here comes the blitz. Nice protection. Steps up. Look how long. Then he's got to feel the pressure from the defenders coming. Trace Armstrong's almost there. Look outside. You see the hand fighting? Tony Simmons, that was a good job of getting that last grip and pull and separating yourself from the defender.
And Lamont Warren is down on the field. This has been a game which has seen several players down and limping off. And Lamont Warren.
New England can't afford to lose another special teams player, a backup player.
Clock is stopped with 19 seconds to play. And Warren is down at the 42-yard line. And he will walk off the field under his own power. This game began heavily in the Patriots' favor, with Andy Katzenmoyer returning a Dan Marino interception for a touchdown. Then when Damon Heward replaced the injured Marino, Ty Law picked one off and returned it. Patriots were up 14-0. Since then, the Dolphins and the Patriots have been resilient, New England holding a 24-16 lead.
Well, as you think about this game coming in today, I said, I think we'll have about a 24-21, 24-20, that type of game. And
you just didn't mean at halftime.
Just didn't mean the halftime score. That's right.
Miami with 2 timeouts. Jumping offside, the Patriot defense. 55 is Willie McGinnis. Steve Sidwell, defensive coordinator, told us yesterday that Willie McGinnis and Lawyer Malloy, he has 2 dynamic players.
Yeah, dynamic, that was the word he used. So did Pete Carroll.
Neutral zone infraction. Neutral zone infraction by the defense. The right defensive end moved into the neutral zone, causing the offensive man to move. It's a 5-yard penalty on the defense. Still first down.
So Willie McGinnis was the guilty party. And Willie was in a good mood when we talked to him on Friday, basically because he's healthy for the first time.
He feels good. Yeah, what a relief probably for a guy like him that has to really be healthy, because he relies on his speed and quickness to rush the passer and had so many little nagging injuries. Well, not little ones. The groin injury was severe, but he's healthy and really playing well.
From the 48, Heward eludes the rush. It's midfield. 40, 30, and slides down at about the 28. And stops the clock with 7 seconds to play. 24-yard gain.
We've seen 2 things so far from Damon Heward today that, of course, we did not see from Dan Marino. Moving in the pocket, buying a lot of extra time, getting out, throwing the ball long down the field, and that scramble, that was an excellent scramble that time. He even said, we asked him last night, I said, tell me about your strengths and weaknesses. He says, well, I'm classic drop back. You know, I'm not very, well, I'm moving around a little, but I'm not very swift, all these things. But good job, good sense of knowing where he's at, and most importantly, get down before you get, well, before you take that big hit.
So now Olindo Mare comes on to line up a 35-yard field goal attempt. I'm sorry, a 45-yard field goal attempt. If he hits this one, he will set an NFL record, 4 field goals in 4 consecutive games. The kick is straight enough, it's long enough, and he's the record setter. 2 seconds remaining here in the first half, and Miami pulls to within 24-19.
You know, this game, we looked at each other when we said, this is the fastest game that we've done all year, but wrong again. But pretty exciting. It really sets up for the second half. Well, there's a lot of scenarios you can look at in the second half. New England's offense, how they moved it. What will their strategy be in the second half after that 2-minute drive with a hurry-up offense? Let's watch Olindo Mare as he knows he's made it again. It's routine. A little headbutt. Kickers have changed now. See, that's another thing that's changed in this league. They are tougher now. I'm not saying the players like them any more than they ever did before, but they are tougher. You see it every week. Punters and place kickers running down and making a lot of tackles on the special teams.
Well, we saw Olindo not afraid to get in there and commit a face mask penalty.
Well, hey, that's what he should do. You know, save the touchdown, whatever it takes to save your touchdown. And you have to, like, grab that face mask for a half a second, and that's okay.
Mare in his 3rd season out of Syracuse. And short kick picked up at the 30-yard line and down there, and that will end the first half. Boy, can you get a first half that didn't have that with more of a little of everything? Let's go down to Armin Catane.
Thanks, Greg. First, Coach, just to quickly clarify the circumstances of Dan's departure from the game. Did he come up to you and say he couldn't go?
Yeah, he said he just couldn't put anything on the ball at all, and he said he just can't get any velocity on it. And we thought he was going to be all right, but once he tried to warm up, he said he just couldn't put anything on it.
In his absence, an inspired effort by your team, except that last touchdown by the Patriots you were not too crazy about.
Yeah, you know, we thought Coach, you know, grabbed our guy and threw him off the side because he does that a lot, and evidently, yeah, I don't know. But our guys, you know, we got ourselves into a hole right off the bat, but they've been trying to claw and get out of it.
Thanks, Coach. Greg?
All right, Armin, our halftime score, New England 24, Miami 19. Coming up, we'll be sending you to Jim Nance in New York for the NASDAQ halftime report. Jim, Randy, Craig, and Jerry will get you caught up on all the NFL news, plus scores and highlights. All of that after these messages from your local station. The Dolphins will kick it away here in the second half. And Kevin Falk is deep for the Patriots. On the run at the 15-yard line and up to about the 25. And the ball was blown dead before it came free. Take a look at the halftime statistics. Boy, has there ever been a better situation to prove to you that time of possession doesn't always mean anything in a football game?
Well, it doesn't mean the score. It doesn't dictate. But the one thing it does tell me, though, Greg, the Dolphins just got the ball. They sustained some drives, and New England wasn't able to come in, run the football with, well, they did nothing running the football, 14 yards. And which we knew coming in, they're going to win throwing the football, but you'd like the running game to at least take some pressure off Drew Bledsoe.
Out of the shotgun, Bledsoe. Throws, complete. First down yardage to Tony Simmons. And Bledsoe starts the second half off with a completion. Let's check in with Armin Catane. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. Phil, as much as I hate to admit this, you were absolutely right about the importance of the special teams. Pete Carroll told me they completely changed the complexion of the first half. No field position. We have to execute better, and we've got to do better on special teams. Back to you.
It's just a bad day, isn't it, Armin? I know, it's a bad day for you. But I'll say this. You are the best-looking sideline reporter I've seen in a long time.
Ever.
Yes.
Bledsoe to throw. Being chased, throws, has his man. Complete. Inside the 45-yard line to Lamont Warren.
We saw in the first half New England having that 2-minute drive at the end of the first half, and I thought, well, they come back out in the second half. It looks so good. They've come out in the hurry-up offense. Lamont Warren, you see him going up the sideline, number 27. Good adjustment when the quarterback moves, big gain, because he's watching the quarterback what he's doing.
Counting the end of the first half, that's 12 straight passing plays for the Patriots, and now that's 13 in a row incomplete intended for Coates.
Most teams in the National Football League, if they came out here and did this and went to a hurry-up offense, I'd go, oh, man, this is just give up. This is terrible. You can't win this way. The New England Patriots, they can. They're one of the few teams, I think, even if they don't get a running game going all year, they're still good enough and make enough plays where they can win, go in the playoffs, and be successful.
Hey, a running play. Lamont Warren breaking free inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
That's what you do. The running play all of a sudden becomes like, oh, no, it's a running play.
It's a changeup.
It's more than a changeup. It's just a big surprise to the defense. And the Patriots can line up all year long, and they can't find holes and running lanes for their running back like this.
Sam Madison with the tackle. First down. Bledsoe over the middle, complete. And that's Lamont Warren for a 3-yard pickup.
Now, what you would do, Greg, if you ever decided like this was going to be your offense, you were going to run this as your main offense, the no huddle, moving around, you'd have to get very creative with formations and do a lot of different things. Because not only do you tire the defense out, but, you know, these wide receivers can only run so many times down the field, too.
Bledsoe with time. Into the end zone and incomplete. Terry Glenn was the nearest to the football.
Jason Taylor, number 99, what he has to do on the outside, does a good job of just keeping working towards the quarterback. He just gets a love tap.
Phil, with this no huddle that we've seen here to start the second half, let's flash back to what Ernie Zampese told us on Friday. One of the things they wanted to do is to speed Drew Bledsoe up a little bit.
Well, when they say speed him up, they mean throw the ball on time, catch it, look at it, let it go.
Kevin Falk into the game. Bledsoe from the shotgun. To the sideline. Incomplete. And penalty markers fly. Intended for Tony Simmons. Ray Hill was there. And we get another conference.
That time the Miami Dolphins defense was on a blitz, and I could hear the groans from up here as the blockers from the New England Patriots picked them all up, and it was like, you think you're coming in free, and I was saying, oh, what happened? Somebody wasn't as sneaky as I thought I was going to be.
Ed Hockley says, whoa.
Illegal touch, that means out of bounds. The receiver went out of bounds, came back in, and was...
Now he's going to talk to Zach Thomas.
Well, he's actually going to listen to Jimmy Johnson. 5-yard penalty.
Number 81 of the offensive team went out of bounds and came back in. It was the first to touch the ball. That's an illegal touching penalty by the offense. That penalty is declined, bringing up 4th down. There was not defensive pass interference on the play because the receiver was not an eligible receiver, having been out of bounds.
Another good explanation from Ed Hockley.
Really good stuff. So we had a little bit of everything, but since the receiver went out of bounds and he illegally touched the football, you can't have pass interference on an ineligible receiver.
So Adam Vinatieri, who has been good from 41 yards out, now lines up from 40. Straight enough and long enough. Well, if you like field goals, this is the place to be today here in New England. 27-19 Patriots. 31 of those 53 yards accounted for by Lamont Warren. Vinatieri's field goal has New England up 27-19. Brock Marion from the 2. 20, penalty marker flies. And out of bounds across the 40-yard line. This appears to be a block in the back. So we'll bring it back, but again, you know what? Talking about special teams, another pretty good return by the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're not taking advantage of it.
There were 2 fouls by the receiving team on the play, holding by the receiving team. Number 89, that penalty is declined. There's also holding number 50. That penalty is accepted. 10 yards. Miami keeps the ball, 1st down.
Ed Perry, Dwight Hollier, the offenders. The bottom line is that they're going to back the Dolphins up deep into their own territory. Question, did you miss a big game? Now you can relive each game from the NFL season. Get stats, photos, plus complete play-by-play drive charts in the 1999 archive. Just click on NFL at cbs.sportsline.com.
Greg not taking advantage of that edge they have on special teams because of 2 big penalties on good returns so far today.
Dolphins, 4 field goals and a touchdown. Their last 5 possessions. Damon Heward, 1st down. And this is Cecil Collins out across the 10.
Cecil, 15 for 43. That's a pretty good day. You know, it's hard to be a consistently good runner against the New England defense because of Lawyer Malloy, because he always comes up there. He's around the line of scrimmage, a safety for New England, and just makes it hard for the offense to block that extra defensive player near the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 8. Heward under pressure, throws it up in the air, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Mitchell in on Heward and decked him near the goal line.
Little better pass pressure today so far from the New England front. Greg Spires got some penetration earlier. Brandon Mitchell just good off the snap of the ball, not picked up by the running back. Quarterback just has no chance to get rid of the football.
That probably didn't hurt since Brandon Mitchell goes 6'3", 289.
Well, it won't hurt till tomorrow. That's when you hurt.
3rd and 8. And that won't count. Delay of game penalty. Pass is complete, but it'll come back.
Delay of the game by the offense. After distance to the goal, it's still 3rd down.
So back we come. What do you think so far, what you've seen of Damon Heward today?
Oh, I think he's done very well. I really do. The first interception, that doesn't really bother me. A timing route out to the sideline of the NFL, that's a tough way to try to break into any football game. But since then, making plays, on the move, throwing it. Big scramble at the end of the first half, and really showing a lot of composure for getting his first action like this year.
1 of 8 on 3rd downs. He needs the 19-yard line for a first down here. Out of his end zone, throws it incomplete. And the Patriots will get some good field position out of this.
Well, the one thing the Patriots, they've got to be happy with their pass pressure, because Pete Carroll told us, Steve Sidwell, the defensive coordinator, says we got nobody that's rushing the passer besides Willie McGinnis. He's the only one doing anything. But today the other defensive linemen have done a good job of getting to the quarterback and putting pressure on him.
Brandon Mitchell, Greg Spires, they've all been in there. Tom Hutton kicks Kevin Falk from the 46. Can't dodge that first tackler, and down he goes. That first tackler is Nate Jacquette down there on coverage for the Miami Dolphins. 27-19, New England. On first down, Bledsoe's been throwing the ball. And he's going to throw it here. Has his man complete near first down yardage, and it's Sean Jefferson. That is enough for a first down. So Jefferson with another reception. Meanwhile, Terry Glenn.
And they come in, the Patriots, now they bring in their hurry-up offense. So Miami does a good job, substituted their defensive players.
Terry Glenn still looking for his first reception of the day. Quick pass. And scooting to the outside is Lamont Warren. That's a loss of 6 on the play.
Somebody down on the field.
Lorenzo Bromell, slow to get up.
Now I wonder in these situations, does Drew Bledsoe, probably getting the calls from upstairs, Ernie Zampese in his microphone in his helmet.
Throws to the far side. It is intercepted. Patrick Surtain starting today in place of the injured Terrell Buckley has picked off Bledsoe, and the ball goes back over to Miami.
Well, that's one way to get the Patriots out of this hurry-up offense. I think the ball that time was being thrown to number 87, Ben Coates. Watch, looks like he's leading him, and he decides to let it go, and Patrick Surtain makes the catch.
Surtain stepping in between Coates and number 82, Vincent Brisby.
Yeah, I couldn't tell quite from that angle, but it looked like Ben Coates might have been able to reach out and got his hand on it. And I'm almost positive if Drew Bledsoe was going to throw it all the way to the sideline, I think he would have thrown it just a little bit higher.
So the turnover story is now even at 2 each. And Damon Heward goes back to work on offense. And he's going to throw it. And he's going to go down. Brandon Mitchell, number 98, and Chad Eaton, number 90, combined for the 5th New England sack of the day.
Well, you see Damon here. That's the one thing. Now, when you have the ability to move around the pocket a little and maybe scramble for a few yards, you're going to take, you're going to take some extra sacks. But, you talk about Damon Hewitt, busy couple weeks, huh? His wife, Julie, had a little baby 12 days, 13 days ago now. Little girl's name is Holly.
And he's getting some sleep now that he's on the road.
He was glad, he was happy for a road trip.
Ewart down again. Willie McGinnis. McGinnis came into this game the Patriots sack leader with 3.
Well, Willie McGinnis has been back there all day long. He's been working and working, and finally he just gets to the quarterback again, gets the sack. But hey, the protection's just breaking down too fast for the quarterback to even make a decision where to throw the ball.
So now Damon Ewart is like 3rd and forever. The 48-yard line is where he has to go for a first down, and the Dolphins have not fared well on 3rd down. And there he goes again. This time it's number 53, Chris Slade.
Well, I said last week I didn't think the Dolphins, even though they made some big plays against the blitz, some of them they were just fortunate. They do not do a good job of picking them up. And look at this. You're the quarterback. Willie McGinnis coming free. Make you step up. Oh, Chris Slade standing there waiting on you. And they are going to continue to blitz until Miami shows them that they can do something with it.
Hutton kicks to fall from the 29. And down at the 30. And a fine open field tackle by Robert Jones. And a penalty marker is down. That music is our pleasure. 8:31 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, we had some activity right in front of the bench, the Dolphin bench. Couldn't tell who it was on. It usually happens.
Personal foul against the Dolphins.
Well, that's the one thing. This Dolphin team, you're playing this offense, you really got to protect field position.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the kicking team, number 88. 15-yard penalty. New England keeps the ball, first down.
Number 88 is Nate Jaquette. And that'll cost Miami some yardage. 8:31 to play in the 3rd when we come back. Foxborough, everyone. New England's ball at their own 45-yard line. The Patriots lead 27-19. Miami comes into this game at 3-1. New England at 4-1, and was an upright away from being 5-0 last week against Kansas City. There you see Dan Marino on the right, who left the game after 2 series.
Dan can't relate to taking all those sacks. He's like, I don't know. That's foreign territory.
Dan Marino sacked just twice this season. Meanwhile, Terry Allen with room to run picks up 8 yards on the play, and we'll step aside for this update from Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg, could be a wild one in the 4th quarter at Orchard Park because Doug Flutie is warming up at last. He has found Eric Bowles for a touchdown, and the Bills are down 6 in the 4th quarter, 13 minutes to go. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thanks. We will see those Buffalo Bills next week in Seattle.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
2nd and 2. And that gets nothing. Terry Allen brought down by Robert Jones.
When it's an obvious running situation, New England runs the ball, they're terrible. I mean, it's terrible. When the defense 2nd and 2, they think, well, it's going to be a run. They can't even get back to the line of scrimmage. The running back's got to dodge somebody and bull in there and fall for a yard to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Ernie Zampese, it doesn't really seem to bother him a whole lot. They were, hey, look, okay, we'll just run it. We'll keep him honest. We're going to beat you throwing the football.
And now we're going to throw it on 3rd and 2. 4 wide receivers for Bledsoe. Bledsoe throws complete. First down, Ben Coates. And a penalty marker is down.
I'm just going to guess that this is going to be offensive pass interference.
You are my hero.
Well, no, it's Ben Coates. And He is really, I've said this before, he's like the Michael Irvin of tight ends.
Pass interference, offense, number 87, 10-yard penalty, repeat third down.
At the end of the first half, Jimmy Johnson happened to mention to Armin Katayan that Ben Coates tends to use his hands a little bit too much to his liking.
Well, he got both hands outside on the defender, just like you would call this against an offensive player once they get their hands outside the framework. He did that time and pushed off. That is like the #1 route all tight ends in the NFL are going to run. Go down there, engage against the defender, you know, get some body contact, but keep your hands inside, separate, make the catch.
3rd and 12 for Bledsoe. Quick pass over the middle is batted down. That would have been intended for Tony Simmons had it gotten that far.
See, this New England offense, Pete Carroll, he's upset. He knows one score. You're up 8 points, one score, and you just put this Miami team in such a bind. Now your defense could probably make the play and end the game, but now Miami continues. They can continue to be patient. They don't have to take those chances, and they can just stay in the game a little longer and wait for that one opportunity to make that big play.
Let's see if the Dolphins continue to capitalize on that special teams advantage. Oh, what a booming kick by Lee Johnson. McDuffie has nothing to do with that 57-yard punt. 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Dolphins. Right after this, for the Miami Dolphins, and Damon Huard, who has seen a lot of this Patriot turf, been sacked 7 times today. Going to hand it off, and Collins may have lost a yard. Let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. I'm holding a football that is definitely headed to the Hall of Fame. It's the one Dan Marino used to surpass 60,000 yards in this game. The one player who may one day join him in that club is on the other sideline, Drew Bledsoe. The only player 10,000 yards, the earliest one to 10,000, the only other player ever to get 20,000 yards in a season. Back to you.
Thanks, Armin. On 2nd and 11. Going to keep it on the ground and get nothing, maybe even lose another one. Chad Eaton, quick to the ball carrier.
Well, the New England defense up front, total yards, -15 so far, the Dolphins this quarter. And it's, hey, that tells the truth. New England's defense is just overpowering, overrunning the Miami offensive line and the entire offense.
Third down has not been a good friend to the Miami Dolphins. Huard needs to reach the 30-yard line. Down the sideline, it is complete, and that's enough for a 1st down. Tony Martin, 14 yards and a 1st down.
Well, I think the New England defensive backs, they're just, hey, he's shocked that the ball got off. He didn't, you know, they're getting sacked so many times. But a good job by Damon Huard. Catch the ball, make a decision, throw it, and let your players down the field, see if they can make a play.
Joe Serwanga running alongside Martin on that play. 1st down for Huard. 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd. This running play gets a little bit more. Cecil Collins. And it'll be 2nd down. You were talking yesterday, Phil, about how this New England Patriots running game suffered so much with Robert Edwards, who had such a terrific rookie year and then was injured during the offseason. They have found it difficult to replace him. Collins again. Up in there this time. In fact, he lost a yard on the play.
Just not enough blockers for all the defenders that are up there near the line of scrimmage. But, yeah, Greg, not even though New England's on defense, just talking about that, Robert Edwards, if he was on this New England team still, what we saw last year, he could go out and make plays by himself. He didn't need great blocking. If they had him, this team and that offense for New England, they would be tremendous. They're pretty good now, but they would be a whole nother level if they still have Robert Edwards.
Johnson and Pritchett in the backfield, along with Huard. Quick pass. It is complete. And that may be enough. It will be enough for the first down to Tony Martin.
Really good job by Tony Martin and Damon Heward. Watch the blitz. Here they come up the middle. Gives him just enough time, but he, again, grab it, make the decision, and throw it. And they do it so quick this time. Ty Law is not able to read the quarterback's drop because he's already in the shotgun, and it makes him just a little bit late reacting to the football. Lets Tony Martin get the completion.
You know, O.J. McDuffie has been the man of choice for Dan Marino, and everyone was talking about Tony Martin. Where is he? Where is he? Last week.
Set the play clock to 25 seconds. Thank you.
Last week he caught 10 balls. Today he's 6 for 106 and a touchdown.
Well, there's no doubt they're making more of an emphasis on getting the ball to Tony Martin. They're moving him around. They're playing him at both positions, with the tight end, away from the tight end, and it just makes it easier to get him open. It's hard to double covering. When they design plays to throw it to you, of course it makes it greater chance you're going to get the ball your way.
First down. Heward with time throws it incomplete. Collins out of the backfield, couldn't get a handle on it. Marty Moore was the linebacker on the coverage. We talked about Pete Carroll's weakness, if you can call it that, at linebacker today. He has 4 healthy linebackers in Chris Slade, Andy Katzenmoyer, Marty Moore, and Teddy Bruschi.
There's Teddy Bruschi. Ted Johnson, he's out. Could come back later this year. Middle linebacker.
Stanley Pritchett.
Hey, it's over!
And Pritchett for about 4. So Jimmy Johnson intent on running the football to some extent.
Well, he has to be patient. Still, the score only 8 points down. The big thing is, Greg, you've got to be patient, because if you just keep dropping back, we've already seen that Damon Heward's inexperience holds the football a little longer, just makes it harder to get the passes off. And we saw the play selection. Kippy Brown told me the perfect game, 35 runs, 25 passes.
Those 25 runs are good for 76 yards so far today. Heward throws wide open over the middle, complete. O.J. McDuffie with a first down. And now Ty Law is down on the ground. Well, we have seen our share of players slow to get up today.
Watch the throw inside. O.J. McDuffie. Ty Law.
Oh,
yes.
took the hit from Lawyer Malloy.
Well, Greg, this is something you see this every week. Defenders making a tackle. They're slow to get up because one of their teammates is coming in to help out, runs into his own player. Ty Law. We heard from Pete Carroll. We heard from Steve Sidwell, the defensive coordinator. He said, hey, Ty Law, a little slow this year. Hasn't gotten off to a good start, and maybe putting a little too much pressure on himself after the year he had last year, everything that's involved. And, well, he's making up for it today. He's had a pretty good day so far, making a lot of plays, scored a touchdown.
Signed a huge contract during the offseason.
And sometimes that does affect players. It does become a, it's a burden, because it's a big responsibility. It is a responsibility. When you sign a big contract in the NFL, there's a lot that goes with it. It's not just playing well. It's acting a certain way. You got to be a leader. You got to represent the organization, because those reasons are tied in to why they're paying you well, not only just because you're a really good player. And Ty Law, he represents all the good things that the New England Patriots would love for all their players to represent.
Boy, he does that. Kato Sarwanga, number 31, has replaced him in the secondary. Coming up on a minute and a half to play here in the third. Play action. Heward gonna run. Slides down inside the 35-yard line.
That was kind of a case in point. if Damon Huer was playing for a couple weeks in a row, that would have been a much easier play for him. The blocker was there. He kind of wasn't for sure the blocker was going to get Greg Spires there, and he could have just came outside, had a lot of time to throw the football, and maybe would have had a chance to make a play down the field.
.55 seconds to play. Huard with a 2nd and 5. Collins, right side, first down yardage and more. Inside the 25, down to the 20-yard line. 14-yard pickup.
You know what happened that time? The Dolphins, they changed their formation, they put people in motion, and what it did, it made the defense soften up. And it made Chris Slade go out, try to cover a wide receiver, and when Cecil Collins came to the right side, there's not as many defenders over here to stop it. The linebacker's way out here. Now you see Chris Slade coming in.
Collins again. Oh, stood up at the 16-yard line, and there's a penalty marker. Lawyer Malloy came up from the secondary. And this will set the Dolphins back.
Well, they're going to take the penalty. I don't know what they're discussing.
Holding by the offense, number 76, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That's right tackle James Brown. Boy, what a hit Lawyer Malloy delivered. Came into the game, the Patriots leading tackler with 58 of them. And with that, we come to the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, the Patriots 27, Miami 19. We'll come back after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. 1st and 10 from the New England 30-yard line. They trail 27-19. Inside the 30-yard line by number 95, Henry Thomas. The 3-yard pickup.
Well, Henry Thomas, number 95, he has been active today, moving around, missed all of preseason. Looks like he's really in game shape now. Says, no, sir, Mr. Huard. Look at that right hand. One hand. Well, he gets both hands on. Yeah, he's happy.
I'm right here, Moore.
It's not a sack, though.
2nd and 17. Great drop for Huard. Throws, has his man. That's Troy Drayton. And a pickup of 5. You know, if there was ever a knock on Dan Marino, it's that he was pretty immobile. And Dan told us, you know, although, you know, brought up the fact that several linemen have told us Dan always had that knack of eluding the first oncoming defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Dan said, well, you know, I never was really mobile.
No, but you know what? It's one of the most mobile quarterbacks ever in the pocket in the NFL. You don't throw for 60,000 yards unless you're able to buy that extra time in the pocket and wait for that secondary receiver. I don't care how quick that release is.
3rd and 13. Huard pump fakes, goes to the corner. It is incomplete. Intended for Tony Martin, and Ty Law back on the field was with him step for step.
The idea is good by Miami, but Ty Law on the other side, you got to play the situations. It's 3rd and long. Ty Law says, I don't care if you run a 6-yard route. I'll come up and tackle you. Don't go for the fake. He doesn't. Really good defensive play, but most importantly, knowing the situation.
Olindo Mare is 4 out of 4 today. He's made 12 field goals in a row. This one from 41 yards. And that one's good. Olindo Mare is Mr. Automatic. 27-22, New England. Halloween's a wonderful holiday, isn't it?
Hey, listen, that is disgusting. That's the best word for it. But I'll tell you this. If my son saw that, he'd want that for Halloween to take out and wear.
Let's not give Armin any ideas. Kevin Falk from the 1. And short of the 20-yard line. O.J. Brigance for the tackle. 13-16 to play. And, oh, those migraine headaches.
こういうのが今
日
問題になってるんですよね。
本ですと、日本のディレクターならばおそらくあれは映さないでしょうね。
Terry Glenn arrived at the stadium today with 37 catches for 636 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he's still there.
That is hard to do, to take a receiver of his caliber and not let him have a catch through the first 3 quarters of the game.
They'll keep it on the ground with Terry Allen, and Allen tripped up just as he gets to the 20-yard line.
Because I don't care if you double cover Terry Glenn the whole game. And the way they move him around, the different passes, formations, and everything that goes on nowadays, you can't double cover him every play. So,
well,
when he is singled up, they're doing a good job of staying with him.
At some point, I want to say, well, don't you make some move in order to get him free? But on the other side of the situation is you're leading the game.
Well, you're leading the game. Drew Bledsoe, 14 of 26 for 150 yards. The other receivers, when called upon, are getting open. So I doubt if the Patriots are too concerned about Terry Glenn not catching passes.
Allen again, pickup of 2 up the middle. Rich Owens, Robert Jones, the tackle, and the fans get a little uneasy about the conservative play calling.
Well, this is the situations that the Miami defense, they want. They want to get this 3rd and long. Now they can gamble, blitz Drew Bledsoe. They want to try to force a mistake by this New England offense to make it easy for the Miami offense, because we've seen it's a struggle for that Miami offense to take the ball and drive down the field and score a touchdown.
3rd and 7. Well, Bledsoe has time, throws, it is complete. Vincent Brisby. 13 yards and a 1st down. Now, was that pass tipped along the way?
I think Lorenzo Bromell was dropping off in coverage and tips it. You see the blitz from the right. It's picked up. He gets his fingers on it. Wow, what a catch by Brisby. Just gets his fingertips on it. The ball turns over. Almost always the receiver will miss that type of pass, but Brisby hangs on.
1st down, Bledsoe going to throw. Has time, going to go deep. Penalty marker is down, and the pass is overthrown. And now let's check the flag. That's Sean Jefferson running with a shoulder pad out. Wonder if that's how that shoulder pad came loose.
Well, it could be. I saw a couple holds on the defense, so maybe take your choice.
Holding by the defense, number 29, before the pass was thrown. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Sam Madison.
I got to tell you, though, on that 3rd down play, Greg, 3rd and 8, if you could hear it, I heard Drew Bledsoe on the field yelling out, Roger, Roger, Roger. And what that means in this doing, it means everybody look to the right. There's blitzers coming. Let's pick them up. The offense did a good job and enabled him to throw it down and get that 1st down. Roger meaning right.
Up the middle again is Terry Allen. And Zach Thomas there for the stop. And we were talking to Terry Allen. When he left the Washington Redskins, he said he wanted to go to a team with a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Well, he made a good choice coming up here. And I think talking to him, I asked him, you know, well, is it what you thought? And he goes, well, I'm a little surprised that there's not more emphasis on the running game. And, you know, right around here, and I thought, well, we throw it so well, maybe I could sneak a few more runs in there, but it really hasn't worked out that way for him so far.
Well, he thought it would be better than it has been. New England came in averaging under 3 yards a carry. Bledsoe throws, has a man open, complete. Brisby out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards.
I'm sorry, Greg, again a blitz, but this is why you can't get on Drew Bledsoe when when the coaches say we want to get the ball out of his hands a little quicker. Look what happens. Here comes the blitz. Good pickup by Terry Allen, but Drew Bledsoe waits and waits, and finally Vincent Brisby comes open down the field. And most quarterbacks in this league would have thrown the ball way before then to get rid of it, and they would not have taken advantage of the defense and got such a big play out of it.
On first down, Bledsoe comes this way with the football and throws. It is incomplete. Rod Rutledge, the tight end, the intended receiver. How about this New England receiving corps? Terry Glenn has not caught a pass today. Troy Brown is down with an injury. So who comes up big for them? Sean Jefferson, Vincent Brisby, Tony Simmons.
Well, that's, again, if they don't, they're not going to win the game. And if they don't, everybody's going to come in here and play this team the same way. Again, Terry Glenn's not going to beat us. Beat us with somebody else, and so far, the Patriots are doing that.
Second down, Allen. Behind the line of scrimmage, lost a yard on the play. Tim Bowens with the stop.
Well, look at today, spreading that football around. Nothing outstanding except the yardage by the first two, Simmons and Brisby. That's pretty good. But the name Terry Glenn not on that list.
Clock continues to move toward 9 minutes to play. Miami's defense, the best in the AFC in the red zone. Throwing for the end zone, it is incomplete. And everyone in that part of the field in the stands looking for a penalty marker that didn't fly.
Well, that's every pass now in the NFL. Everybody wants pass interference. But this time, watch Terry Glenn. You know what? Guess what? Ray Hill on him. See that guy on the inside? Calvin Jackson. They are not going to let this guy get singled up and catch the ball down the field.
We have another player down on the field.
Jason Taylor.
And he's holding his right knee. From 41 and 39 yards, this will be a 34-yard attempt. And that one is good. 9:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. The Patriots back to an 8-point lead, 30-22. Johnson the kick from Vinatieri. Patriots back up by 8. This is Marion. Dodges a tackler at the 20. He's to the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40 before he is dragged down. Steve Israel finally in on the tackle, and Damon Heward on in relief of Dan Marino today. Uphill climb still ahead of him. Now at the 40-yard line. And the whistle blows. Whistle and a penalty.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
That's the tight end, Troy Drayton. And while we back up 5 yards, we'll remind you tonight on 60 Minutes. Why can elderly Americans buy prescription drugs across the border in Canada for a third of what they cost here? 60 Minutes tonight. Then it's a powerful, all-new Touched by an Angel, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Silk Hope, starring Farrah Fawcett. That's tonight on CBS. First and 15 now. Heward throws, man out of the backfield. Or Troy Drayton is tight end, rather, and Drayton across the 45 and almost to midfield, close to a first down.
Troy Drayton thinks he's Mike Ditka today. He is really just catching the ball, and like a big bully, he's waiting for somebody to come and tackle him so he can just run him over.
Some of the scores in the NFL today. Oakland beats Buffalo. Indianapolis has come back against the Jets.
Looks like they're going to win the game. It's over.
I believe they have, Phil. Jacksonville finally does beat Cleveland. That's Stanley Pritchett.
Now this Miami offense can't be as patient as it was before. Down 8 points, 8 minutes to go. You have to think 2 possessions you need to give yourself a chance to win the game.
Heward with time, throws down the sideline, incomplete. That pass intended for O.J. McDuffie.
Good idea by the quarterback, but Ty Law is having a day that he had many of last year. Just all over the receiver.
First round draft choice in '95 was Ty Law, Pro Bowler last season.
You know, Greg, you talk about, as I watched Damon Heward, you know, nice solid performance by him so far coming in. I'll never forget what Jimmy Johnson said last week. This guy for 2 years has been working and working hard, waiting for this opportunity in case he plays, as he's the last guy to leave the complex every night, studies late, just in case Dan Marino goes down.
Eludes the blitz, throws, completes the pass. Inside the 45 to the 44-yard line is Cecil Collins for a 5-yard pickup. Willie McGinnis made the tackle. Well, consider, too, Damon Heward out of the game of football his first year out of college and went to work for Paul Allen, the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, in a public relations capacity.
Not a bad job. But I think the thing, you know, as I listen to what Jimmy Johnson was saying about him, when you're a backup quarterback like Damon Heward, you're probably going to get like one chance at this. And if you don't make it work, you can play yourself right out of the league. So it's important for him, the team, and for his career that he comes in when Dan Marino's hurt and he plays pretty well.
Play clock is down to 1. The snap is good. The pass is batted into the air and incomplete. Lawyer Malloy on the blitz had a hand on the ball. Boy, what a game Lawyer Malloy has played today.
Well, he plays a good game every week. Number 36. Guess what? He's blitzing again. Oh, just the running back, Stanley Pritchett. You've got to step up, take the blitzer on. You stand there. He gets into the face of the quarterback. That's why he knocked the ball down.
Sky high punt from Hutton. Ball bounces inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to come to rest at about the 8. That stops the clock. 6:48 to play. And the New England Patriots looking to run some more time off the clock. Play on first down, going to throw. Going to go deep down the sideline. It is complete and out of bounds to Terry Glenn. So the first pass he catches today is not good.
Well, that's the first time I've seen him single covered really down the field. And boy, you got to say, the New England Patriots, they're greedy. You know, their passing game is just, it is really old-fashioned, kind of like we used to see the Oakland Raiders back with Kenny Staley. Every pass is down the field, trying to get, you know, they complete 2 passes, they're ready to kick a field goal.
Second and 10 on the ground. Kevin Paulson.
You know, you have the so-called, which I'm going to say for the first time, the West Coast offense, which signifies short passing. So we need to name this what do you call this offensive?
Oh, how about East Coast, Phil, since we're in.
No, that's too, come on. Greg, all the vocabulary of yours, and that's all you come up with? You know, there's something. Piggy? How's Piggy? No, it doesn't quite work either, does it? I don't know. All right, I tried. Let's go.
Third down. All kinds of time at the goal line. And now he throws it away.
I'm trying to see where is the receiver. He's avoiding a sack in the end zone. I thought Ed Hockley was going to throw the flag in the air and call a safety.
4th down.
He says a receiver is in the area. Lamont Warren, number 27, I guess, in the backfield, was close enough. Lamont Warren, this should be him. Let's watch him and see where he is. He's blocking. He's blocking. And yes, okay. Good call.
So now kicking out of the end zone is Lee Johnson. Nate Jaquette. And Damon Heward and the Dolphins are going to have terrific field position. Heward going to throw under the gun. Throws come incomplete. Intended for Troy Drayton. Willie McGinnis in on Damon Heward. Welcome to those of you who have been watching other action around the NFL. 5 minutes, 42 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Dan Marino left this game early. Earlier this week, he was suffering spasms in his neck and his shoulder. Came out through an interception return for a touchdown. Couldn't get anything on his passes. Damon Huard has come on to replace him, and you saw Huard's numbers there. Now on 2nd and 10, he's going to throw it, and it is intercepted. No, falls incomplete. Chris Carter going for the pick.
Well, a couple things here. You're calling offense for the Miami Dolphins. You now realize it's probably 4-down territory. In other words, Jimmy Johnson says, Kippy Brown, you got 4 downs, get me a first down. The other thing is the Dolphins doing a terrible job with the blitz today. Terrible on offense. Just can't block it, not completing passes down the field. Whoever they play next week, you can bet they're going to see a lot of blitzes again.
There's no reason to think that the Patriots are going to stop doing it now.
Why? If it works, you keep doing it. Make them show and prove to you that you can do something. Look at this, to the people at the line of scrimmage. Oh, good bluff.
They get the snap off in time, and he's going to run. First down inside the 30. Huard has shown the ability to scamper on more than one occasion today. 11-yard pickup.
Well, we saw the great bluff by the defense. We're going to blitz you. No, we're not. And I really think it throws the rhythm of Damon Huard off. And boy, at the last second, good job of deciding when to step up and scrambles for the first down.
Huard, 5 carries, 46 yards today. And that includes a 25-yard run. On first down. There he goes again. 25, 20-yard line. Andy Katzenmoyer made the tackle from behind.
Well, you know what's happening is New England's defense has been so successful getting to the quarterback, and they've been doing a good job just kind of overrunning the offensive line. So they're still using that mentality, but they're opening up big lanes for the quarterback to step up into. So even though you're having success, you see Steve said, well, the defensive coordinator, you got to be disciplined and stay in your rush lane so the quarterback can't run out.
2nd and short yardage and a penalty marker on the play.
False start, offense.
Before the snap, false start, offense, the right guard, 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Right guard is number 65, Kevin Donnelly.
Well, those are big penalties. 2nd and a yard, you got a chance. Take a chance down the field. You can do a lot of things. Now 2nd and 6. You got to worry about picking up the first down and continuing drives.
12 penalties called on Miami today. Second and 6. And that's Willie McGinnis jumping across.
Well, he wanted to give it back. They were getting ready to blitz on his side, and he was going to go inside, and he was just too excited.
Ed Hockley.
Before the snap, encroachment, defense, number 55, 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Phil, we've been talking about Damon Huard running the football. 6 carries today, 54 yards. Dan Marino's best game ever running the football was here in New England in November of '83. He rushed for 18 yards.
1983, his rookie year. That is great.
His longest run ever was on that day, too. He scampered a mammoth 15 yards. There's first down yardage. Stanley Pritchett.
Well, listen, Dan Marino, you can't, he's thrown for 60,000. If he can run, my gosh, they'd outlaw him in the league. They changed the rules.
You and I were talking about that 60,000 mark. That's 6,000 times up and down a football field.
It really is amazing. I know I'm going to kick out. Look at him pacing the sidelines. There he goes. Got to lick that, get that hand ready.
Huard from the 18. With time, throws this side, incomplete. Stanley Pritchett out of the backfield had his back turned. Over the last 3 games, this is Miami's 12th trip into the red zone. In those 12 trips, 2 touchdowns 8 field goals.
Oh, no, just terrible inside. Even today, got down to, what, the 5-yard line. False start by the tight end, brought it back. Can't do anything. Got inside the 3 once, no touchdown.
Second and 10, and down goes Heward. Chris Slade for the 8th sack of the day on Heward.
Well, what this does, Miami, you need to speed up, and if you don't get the first down on this play, I will think it'll make them kick a field goal.
And we welcome those of you who've been watching other action around the league. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan here in Foxborough.
While Miami takes a timeout, that is huge. That is poor game management by the Dolphins. Timeouts are so crucial in the second half. When you're behind like this, where it might take 2 possessions, 3:15 to go, you just can't have it.
These two rivals in the AFC East have done battle over the years, and it's memorable. This is the 65th time they've met in the regular season, and the last 4 games decided by 3 points or less. Miami has won 5 of the last 7.
Well, both coaches, they knew it was going to be close, and no matter what they do, they always thought, well, it's going to come down to who makes the big turnover, who takes advantage of it to win the football game. And I would say turnovers have been pretty big today.
Oh. You joined us late. Dan Marino started for the Dolphins, but neck and back spasms, which had plagued him since midweek, forced him out of the game in the second series. Damon Heward came on to replace him. He looks at a 3rd and 17. Blitz. Dodges one, loses the football, and then goes down. Katzenmoyer.
Well, good job. Good job by the defense again. Look at the blitz. Here it comes. Andy Katzenmoyer. Lawyer Malloy forces Damon Heward to move. No, I'm sorry, that's Steve, and he loses the ball. Good catch by Damon Heward. And they're going to try a 53-yard field goal.
Olindo Mare from 53 yards out. And that could have gone 60. 6 field goals today for Olindo Mare, and a Dolphins record. Although Jimmy Johnson would have loved to have seen a touchdown, at least one of those trips down into the red zone. And only Kevin Falk deep at his own 5. And he's going to get the ball. Falk will not run it out. So the Patriots will go to work first down at their own 20-yard line. Got a football game.
That's right. The defense, you got to play run all the way if you're Miami's defense.
Allen. And timeout to stop the clock.
England's going to have to throw it to get a first down. The big thing is, you sit over there, do you run one more time, get rid of Miami's last timeout? Or do you go ahead, summon up the courage and throw it?
As you see scores flash across the bottom of the screen.
I got it. You remember I asked Pete Carroll, I said, what's it like being a coach? And every week, stand over on that sideline and know that it comes down to that last possession, everything goes, oh, I love it. And I was like, what? I was shocked by his answer. He goes, it's great. I got such confidence in my team. We'll get it done when it comes down to these situations.
2nd and 9. Bledsoe to throw. And throws it away. His receivers to this side, Coates and number 30, Tony Carter, out of the backfield, both covered very well by the Dolphin defense.
If I was a coach, I'd say I hate it. I'd like for us to get out once, beat a team by about 3 touchdowns and let us all relax and have a good time. But in this league, no matter how good you are, it always comes down to the end of the game, and who performs well under the pressure.
Did you ever in your career think about coaching?
Oh, many times. But now that I'm up here, it's definitely wiped off my list. Too much pressure.
Patriots 2 of 10 on third down today. This is a big one. Throws it this side. It is incomplete. Ben Coates, the intended receiver, and Patrick Surtain converged the same time the football did.
What a throw. What a play by Patrick Surtain. Look at this throw under pressure. Perfect. And oh, he's going to drop it anyway. I thought Patrick Surtain reached up and knocked it out of his hands.
Should have been a catch.
Could have been a catch.
Lee Johnson will run the football.
Special teams, a big concern. Punt coverage by the New England Patriots.
From the 43-yard line, Nate Jacquet, and Jacquet down for no gain on a 37-yard punt.
Boy, after an early bad showing by the New England Patriots special teams, all the injuries they had, missing players, they have really done a good job the last 2.5 quarters.
Brad Seeley saw the Dolphins break off some big plays early on, and now Damon Huard onto the field, has one timeout, 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
You know, usually you sit up here, Greg, and I can say, I think the offense should do this, but I've really never seen any flow to the offense where they've had success that I could guess what type of plays they're going to go to.
Blitz. Pass is complete. Stanley Pritchett. And Pritchett out over the 45 to about the 49-yard line. And we have come to the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins need a touchdown to grab the lead. 30-25 New England. Pass this side, complete and out of bounds at the 46-yard line is Stanley Pritchett. That'll be a Miami first down.
Well, if Damon Huard leads them back to victory, there's one thing I know. He's going to take a beating doing it. Because every throw, it's grab it, catch it, throw it, get hit, fall to the ground, get up, and see if you can make another play. Again, New England blitzing. Miami cannot stop it.
Dolphins with one timeout remaining. Another blitz. Down the sideline. And out of bounds. Rhonda Gadsden, the intended receiver, Kato Sarwanga running along with him.
The first play to start this drive, the Miami Dolphins ran a screen, and New England came with the blitz. And that screen was the perfect call against that blitz. And it looked like it was set up to go for about 30 or 40 yards before a defender could even get to make the play. But it took a little too long for the runner to decide which way to go. They tackled him for an 8-yard gain.
On second down, slanted, incomplete. Intended for Tony Martin. And Ty Law was there.
Ty Law, big reason why this team is winning today, the New England Patriots. 3-step drop coming in. Good job, good timing. And the ball is just led too much. You can see Tony Martin, he's upset. Throw it to the chest of the receiver so he can protect himself and keep the defender behind him.
3rd and 10. And here comes the crowd. Over the middle, complete, 40, 35. That's enough for a first down for Stanley Pritchett.
One timeout, plenty of time. Do not rush. Take advantage of every single play you have.
Minute and a half to play. Again, Pritchett out of the backfield and out of bounds for a 1-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage now the 34-yard line.
Jimmy Johnson, tell him, let's go, let's go. Give yourself a little bit of time once you come to the line of scrimmage to make an adjustment in case you see something you weren't expecting.
Plenty of time on the play clock. It's down to 11. Throws to the far side. Complete. That's not going to get anything. J.J. Johnson out of the backfield. And the Dolphins will use their final timeout. And Heward will come to the sidelines.
Well, the one thing I've noticed, no plays that gives them a chance to throw to the wide receivers down the field. In other words, no deep in cuts, nothing on the outside. What seems to give them a little hope and a little chance is sneaking it back out, dumping off a short pass and see if they can make somebody miss to get a first down.
Every once in a great while, we've seen a tight end open over the middle in a soft area of the defense. But of course, now he's out of timeouts.
Well, that still doesn't matter. That should not be a factor. Minute 13, the whole field is in play. You can throw it over the middle. Don't worry about the clock moving because you have plenty of time.
Third down has been pretty good for Damon Heward.
Well, it looks good. But you got to remember that one long touchdown pass when he scrambled and threw it to Tony Martin makes up most of those yards for him. Probably the best thing for the Miami offense to give him a chance where he can throw a short pass, somebody can break a tackle and get a first down, is to have New England blitz. If I was New England, I would not blitz. They have shown no reason or no capacity to get the ball down the field.
He needs the 25-yard line for the first down. There is a blitz coming. Heward steps up, throws over the middle, complete first down. Tony Martin. Clock continues to move.
See, when you blitz, you do give them more room to throw the football.
And Heward will spike the football and stop the clock with 56 seconds to play. The Dolphins are out of timeouts. You know, Jimmy went through this a week ago. How much more of this can he stand?
I tell you. Pete Carroll, well, goes through it every week. The only time he really didn't have this situation was against the Cleveland Browns.
2nd and 10. Throws to the far side, complete and out of bounds is Pritchett. That's only a 1-yard pickup. Should Miami lose this game, they will have plenty to think about on the ride home. 2 passes returned for touchdowns, 9 sacks of the quarterback, and 12 penalties so far for 94 yards today.
That's enough mistakes and to lose about 3 games in this league.
3rd and 7. They need to reach the 14-yard line for a first down. Heward steps up, throws over the middle, has a man, first down, 10, 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Dolphins, J.J. Johnson. Clock continues to move, and Heward will spike the ball now to stop the clock. As I say that, I remember that Dan Marino made the same motion and beat the New York Jets with a touchdown pass.
I would not have spiked that ball. You had time, 30-some seconds to go up, signal the receivers for the play, block it, throw something, whatever it is, just to give yourself one more chance. 30 seconds, you can get 4 plays off down here with no problem at all.
Miami out of timeouts, 31 seconds to play. 1st and goal from the 5.
Now, if you bump Oronde Gadsden, the Dolphins love to throw the jump ball to his side. Here it comes.
There it is, in the end zone, incomplete. And Kato Sarwanga was over there to cover him.
I tell you what, I still like the play. I like this thought because it looks like Oronde Gadsden, just throw it up there where they can both get a chance to go to it, because he looks like he is physically just so much more capable of going up and getting that football.
Now remember, Heward spiked the ball to stop the clock, so this is a 3rd down play, 3rd and goal. To this side, complete, touchdown, Stanley Pritchett.
Boy, you should smile, Damon Heward. I tell you, what a job. That is all that is from him. It's just going out and competing and just fighting. It might have been one of the ugliest drives I've ever seen to go down a field and score to maybe win a game. But it was just about competing hard and playing hard. And finally, when he gets an opportunity, the guy makes the play.
Now, the two-point conversion attempt to make it a three-point lead.
Boy, can you even focus enough to even try to make this play after what you've gone through today if you're Damon Heward.
Dolphins have not successfully made a two-point conversion this year. Heward going to throw it far side. It is incomplete. Intended for Oronde Gadsden.
Say if you could see a number from here, you got great eyesight. But what a job by Damon Heward. Really, the two plays that maybe could win the game, throwing it to the backs. And look what happens. Good call, good design. The receivers come down inside. Larry Wiggum, number 25, you can see he's fighting his way through the traffic, trying to get in position to cover Stanley Pritchett. It's too late when he gets there.
Damon Heward says, you betcha. 24 of 42 for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns and a pick today. Oh yeah, and he was on his back 9 times.
The two-pointer, they just try to throw the ball up there, a little jump ball situation. Doesn't work. But Greg, just as you watch this throw here, as you think back, you've seen this Dolphin team a couple times. As you saw Stanley Pritchett catch that ball, you've seen that play many times. It's usually run with Rob Conrad out of the backfield. Third downs, they just use Stanley Pritchett. Where the receivers go inside, get in the way of the guy covering the back out of the backfield. And we saw Wiggum cannot get through the traffic. Touchdown.
Rob Conrad left the game earlier with a hip contusion. Stanley Pritchett.
Well, that's kind of how you win games in the NFL. Most coaches, they go in the philosophy, just hang in there, keep it close, and let's see if we can make a play in the fourth quarter to give ourselves a chance to win.
23 seconds on the clock. Falk is deep. He drops it in the end zone, and he won't get a chance to run it out. So Bledsoe will have to go 80 yards in 23 seconds with all 3 timeouts available to him.
Well, he probably needs, I'm trying to do my math real quick here. I would say 45 yards to give him a chance to kick a field goal to give him a chance to win the game.
You see the game-winning comebacks attributed to Drew Bledsoe. New England has had to come from behind at some point in all 4 of the games that they've won this season. 31-30. Bledsoe with time down the middle. It is complete to the 40-yard line, and a timeout by Sean Jefferson is called. 20-yard pickup.
Yeah, that's right. Don't rest easy because this thing is not over. What a throw. Drew Bledsoe just rears back and throws a low strike to Sean Jefferson.
Adam Vinatieri's long field goal this season is 41 yards.
Wow.
But for his career, it's 55. Yeah, not much happening here in Foxborough today.
No, this is a normal day. As you sit up here and we've watched this, Greg, you kept looking and you just go, my, you just think Miami there wasn't going to be enough happen for them to give them a chance to win the game. But really, they just hung in there and they kept fighting and made a couple plays when it counted.
Right tackle Zephyrus Moss backed out of there pretty early.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 77, 5-yard penalty. It's still first down. No 10-second runoff because the clock was stopped.
Patriots had 6 false starts last week in the loss to Kansas City. That's their first here today.
Well, I like the play they had last time. I like the receivers coming over the middle.
Bledsoe throws down the sideline, far side, incomplete, and a penalty marker. Tony Simmons, the intended receiver. Here's Ed Hockley.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, offense number 71. There was also illegal contact, defense number 28. The penalty's offset. Replay, first down.
Boy, that is...
What a break for Miami Dolphins.
Oh, what a break, is right. The Dolphins, what happened that time? And I'm surprised at what they did on defense. They put both of their safeties in real tight in the middle to stop those plays, the Sean Jefferson coming across the middle, but it opens up so much room to the outside, too much pressure on the corners, a situation I would not do again.
We're down to 12 seconds. Bledsoe needs to reach midfield for a first down.
Looks like they'll just go to the jump ball right now with 12 seconds.
Down the middle. Intercepted. Penalty marker is down. Zach Thomas has the football. Now let's check the flag. Interference against Miami.
I'll tell you, you think that 5-yard penalty wasn't big? Take this ball wherever it is. No, it's not going to be pass interference.
Before the pass was thrown, illegal contact, defense number 24. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The foul is on Jerry Wilson. It is a huge difference.
Let's look to the right. Let's see. Oh, right here you can see it. Wow,
what a terrific interception by Zach Thomas.
I know there's the penalty and everything, but I couldn't get over. Zach Thomas about 35 yards deep, diving and making an interception.
6 seconds remain.
Well, 60 yards away from the end zone. You hope for a defensive penalty. Drew Bledsoe, if he moves around, can probably get it very close to the end zone. Good job.
He's going to launch it downfield. Jump ball, it falls incomplete, and this game is over. The Miami Dolphins have come back yet again, and they register a 31-30 win over the New England Patriots.